Hey, g'day guys. I've been away for a while, but I thought I'd chime in with the Fury Guide now that I've got my four-piece. So this is going to be the same as all my other ones, sort of mostly beginner-ish guide to this stuff. Um, the tiny background from me, I'm not the best warrior around, but I've been playing warrior since the game began, many years ago. So if anything, I have experience. So you can take that with a grain of salt. But this is my beginner, intermediate type Fury Warrior guide. I'm playing Fury this patch. It sims the best, and it's a hell of a lot of fun once you get your tier. So stick around. Let's do this. Um, so Fury Warriors. Let's see gear. Let's start off with the gear. The four piece this tier is all you need to worry about. The two piece is arbitrary. You don't even have to care about it. The two piece, just whenever you rampage, does damage. You get a little dot there. Awesome. Who cares? The four piece is where it's at. Battle cry synergizes with your rampage now. So rampage is going to be your major source of damage depending on the length of the fight. If the fight is long, you might see execute overtaking that, but in general, rampage is your biggest source of damage. Whenever you get those rampages, yeah, you're using them, right? So that's the way it is. So there's your four piece. Yeah, you can look at your best in slot list if you like, but I'll do you a favor. Shoulders, cloak, chest, and gloves will be your best setup for your four piece. Yeah, because the legendaries that you'll be using in most situations, the Valajar Berserkers and your Soul of the Battle Lord, they're the two legendaries you'll use in most cases. We're still stuck with the Convergence of Fates. Damn you, Convergence of Fates. It's been nerfed, but it's still not enough. So maybe we'll see things simming later on in Argus as we progress through Mythic. We are slowly progressing through Mythic. That higher trinkets might eventually sort of supersede this, but not yet. So if you're playing Fury, get yourself a Convergence. Any type will do. Farm that two patch old raid people. Keep at it. So yeah, that's the way it is. Other legendaries of note is the Sienna Charger Helm, which generates rage whenever you're enraged. So it's a good one. If you've got it, you might, and you don't have the legs, you can use this instead. The legs is just better because rampage, critical strikes generate rage instead of just that one rampage proc. So obviously rampage hits 5 times in one cast, so a lot more chance for rage. There. The other legendary is the Nagentis. So Antorus High Command, any AoE encounter where you can consistently AoE, then this is obviously going to be good. And you'll couple this, well, I couple this with the legs, because when you hit 100 rage, you'll still rampage, because rampage hits everything and leaves that pathetic two-piece dot. Yeah, so that's that. What else we got? Nothing else really in the way of legendaries, I'm sorry to say. But anyway, there you go. The stat weights, check out the previous video I put up yesterday about stat weights. You'll find haste and mastery will constantly fight one another for which one's the best stat. For me, versatility even pokes its head in occasionally and says, look at me, I am your second best stat, you know. So simming, my previous video that I'll attach in the description, I do mention that simming is so easy and it takes seconds to do. There's no reason why you shouldn't do it. Couple your simming with the pawn add-on, and your stat weights. Again, all of this is explained in my last video, and I'm not going to go over stats and then gear and upgrades and stuff because you sim it yourself. Yeah, it's really easy to do. And if you want that little edge over the bloke that's not doing it, do it. So you know, stop sort of sitting back going, it's too hard to do. It's not. It's fucking easy. So just do it. Yeah. That's that. Your talents are pretty set in stone. Again, for a single target setup, you're always going to use this. Endless Rage for the rage gen, double time for the movement, Avatar for your big bursty sort of DPS your cooldowns. Bounding strides for your mobility, because you've got your class ring on. Massacre and Frothing Berserker. If you don't have the class ring, then Frothing Berserker. Unless for some reason the fight's got a massively hefty execute phase, which they don't. So Frothing Berserker. If there was no execute phase, then you might take Carnage. But yeah, Frothing Berserker in general. This tree, if you don't have your 4-piece, which all of this is going to be based around having your 4-piece Bloodbath, it just does so much damage. I mean, I was fucking around on the dummy before, look at that. Over 100 million, which isn't a huge amount of damage, but Bloodbath, just doing so much damage. If you don't have the 4-piece, unlucky. Just Inner Rage, I think, is the biggest benefit to the tier 20 bonus. But Bloodbath, good. The last tree, Reckless Abandon, having 2 extra seconds on your major cooldown battle cry is too much to give up. And the fact that it generates 100 rage, that'll put you straight into Frothing Berserker land. Which is whenever you hit 100 rage, you do 15% increased damage and you move around a bit faster. It's too much to give up. So these synergize really well. Makes sense. Stats, gear, talents. Yeah. If you're AoEing, should I say? Forget Endless Rage. If you can kill stuff consistently, then War Machine will proc. This 30% haste is amazing. And the movement speed is quite cool too. So, alright, we should go to dinner. There you go, that's my girlfriend telling me we should go to dinner. Yeah, good call. She probably can't see that because I'm capturing the game, not the screen. So, that notification, let it be known. My girlfriend wants to go out for dinner. I should be a good boyfriend. War Machine. That's really stupid. Really good for AoE encounters. Again, I'll use the Taurus High Command. If you're killing ads, which you constantly are, this is amazing. And obviously, if you're AoEing a lot, Wrecking Ball plus Nagentis. Where are you, Nagentis? Whenever you get that Wrecking Ball proc, the AoE is pretty big. If you can hit 3 targets or more. So that's really cool. My WeCore is my UI. Everything is in the previous video. So if you enjoy any of this shit, just go there and you can have it. Parts of it I stole off someone, so and modified it, and you can take it from me. It's fine. We share freely. We're nice. Internet, it's good. As far as the rotation goes, it is really easy. So, the whole basis of Fury is getting to 100 rage and then burning it off with Rampage. Now, when I get to 100 rage, you'll see Frothing Berserker will proc. Frothing Berserker, so we get there. I can use Rampage, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna wait till I hit 100. Frothing Berserker, then I'll Rampage it all off. And when I Rampage, various things happen. For one, I get enraged. And I'll just get back up to 100 rage, yeah. So I'm almost there. I'll Rampage. I'm enraged. Enrage just increases all the damage you do, and it increases your swing timer, your swing speed. Enrage is very important. More damage based on how much mastery you've got, which will have a lot of mastery, and you're swinging faster and you're generating rage. So you want to always get to 100, and then you want to burn it off with Rampage. Rampage also, while you're enraged, it gives you the ability time to use Raging Blows. Now, Raging Blow isn't, when you see that Raging Blow is usable, you don't just want to fucking go straight into it and start smashing away at it. It's still your third priority. So your priority is pretty simple. Rampage, obviously when you hit 100 rage, Rampage, you've got to burn it off. You've got to get rid of that rage, consume your buff. Because now you're going to be Gen Rage again. You don't want to waste Genning Rage. But when you're not at full, you've got a really simple priority list, and I set mine up like this, little 3 side by side. I don't know if you can see it because I don't know if Twitch captures my entire screen, and I'm just recording this off the same OBS. But it's Bloodthirst, it's Raging Blow, then it's Furious Slash. Bloodthirst, Raging Blow, Furious Slash. They're the 3 in order. So if I'm at 100 rage, of course I'm going to Rampage. But then what's next? Well, Bloodthirst is. Now I can't Bloodthirst, so I'll Furious Slash a couple of times. Now I can Bloodthirst, so I'll Bloodthirst. Now I can't, so I'm at 100 Rage. Rampage. I'll Bloodthirst. I can Raging Blow, so I will. Then I'll Bloodthirst. Now I'm at 100 Rage, so I'll burn it off. I'll Bloodthirst. I'll Raging Blow, Raging Blow, Raging Blow, Raging Blow, Raging Blow. Bloodthirst is back. I'll Bloodthirst. 100 Rage. Rampage it off. Bloodthirst. Rampage, 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 Rampage. I can't Rampage. I can't do any more. So I'll Bloodthirst. So you're just following the priority. It's a really simple priority to follow. Yeah. And if you want it even easier, here's my mad little notepad that I drew up that took all of, again, 20 seconds. Bang. So 100 Rage Rampage is the highest priority, and then it is Bloodthirst, Raging Blow, Furious Strike. That's it. There it is. Really easy. So if you can't do this, you're just going to do this. If you can't do this because it's on cooldown, you're going to do this. If you can't do this because you're not enraged, then you're just going to do this. Fucking simple. So next, you've got your cooldown windows. Now the cooldown window, I got to explain this here, yeah. So the cooldown window is your battle cry. Now battle cry will get you to 100 rage, so you'll instantly be able to rampage all that rage off. Now the way the 4-piece works is when you activate battle cry, rampage does more damage. So, and the way rampage works is it hits 5 times, so your first 2 or 3 strikes are pretty weak, but then your last 2 are hard. So you want to game it in such a way that if you rampage, now the thing with rampage as well, even though it takes 2 seconds to cast, the animation is 2 seconds, it's actually only 1.5 seconds. So if you rampage, you can squish a Bloodthirst whilst rampage is still going on. So if I'll do the same thing with Raging Blow. So if come on, get there. If I rampage, I can Raging Blow before the animation's over. It's a bit hard to see, but it's easier to see with Bloodthirst because you can see it go on cooldown. So wait for this. So if I rampage and then I'm spamming Bloodthirst and bang, at the same time as the last hit of rampage hits, Bloodthirst hits as well. So you're always squishing something with rampage, and that's Bloodthirst. Really, generally it's Bloodthirst if it's off cooldown, or it's execute because you're in your execute phase. But with your battle cry windows, when you're not under 20%, you can squish rampage with rampage, because you'll use rampage, you'll knock yourself down, then you'll battle cry, which will bring you straight back up, and then rampage again. And the second half of that first rampage, we'll get the 4-piece bonus, 25% more damage, which is the last 2 strikes, and they hit the hardest. And the whole next one will get the bonus as well. Then once that little rampage is done, you double rampage, then you just go into your priority list. Now your priority list during your cooldown window, let me just do this, is a little bit different. Here's your battle cry cooldown list. Sorry, your priority list. Rampage is the highest priority, then Odin's Fury, and then your Bloodthirst, Raging Blow, Furious Slash. You will never have to Furious Slash during Battle Cry. It'll just never happen. But the other abilities remain. Now, as I said before, Rampage you'll only use at 100 rage. You don't do that during Battle Cry, because Rampage has the 4-piece bonus. You just want to rampage as much as you can during Battle Cry. So if your Battle Cry buff's still up and you can rampage, you get to 85 rage, just do it. It's going to do more damage than anything else that you can cast during that time. So you start off with your 100 rage rampage, and then your Battle Cry rampage straight after it. So how does that work? Well, it works like this. So rampage, battle cry, rampage. Then you can do your Odin's Fury, Bloodthirst, Raging Blow, and then you just follow your priority. Really simple. Really, really simple. and then I'm just following my priority. Oh, I've got a Furious Slash, I can Bloodthirst, I can Raging Blow, I can use my Rampage, Bloodthirst, Raging Blow, Raging Blow, Bloodthirst, Rampage, Raging Blow, Bloodthirst, Raging Blow, Furious Slash, Bloodthirst. Yeah, so that's it. So now we're almost back to our cooldowns again. So we get to full rage. And now we'll do it again, yeah? Oda's Fury's pretty much off cooldown anyway. So Rampage, Battlecry, Rampage, Furious Slash, Bloodthirst, Rampage again. Because remember, you're not waiting until 100. You're just going to do it as soon as you can. But that's the Battlecry window. Yeah. Pretty cool. So, that's how you play this bad boy. The only things I will sort of say as well, depending on the trinket that you're using, if you've got Umbra Moonglaves, certain trinkets have time attached to them, which I think Moonglaves is the only one. Moonglaves 8 seconds. Now, Battlecry only lasts 7 seconds. And Moonglave's biggest hit is the shatter at the end. So because it takes 8 seconds to shatter, if you're going to be using Moonglaves, I'll quickly give you a show here. You want to cast it just before you hit Battlecry, because you want to make sure that shatter's in. Any situations like that where you want to make sure the shatter's in, and a thing hits, you want to make sure to queue it up beforehand. I think Moonglaves is the only really one. So, but I'll quickly show you. So get up to you. If you were in the middle of a fight, obviously on the pool, you just pop it on the pool. But if you're going along here, so you'll pop Moonglaves, you'll Rampage, then you'll pop all your cooldowns, Rampage, Oda's Fury, Blood, and it shatters just before. And you should see a... Wow, yeah, the shatter. Shatter would be the last hit, the 700k one. But anyway, that's that. So that's pretty much all I wanted to cover here. Check out the previous video for other little tidbits. You know, my UI's in there, my weak auras are in there, my Elf UI profile's in there. How to sim is in there, all that stuff. So get on it. I'm not going to cover execute in this video because I prefer to be able to demonstrate it while I'm doing it. I guess the short little quick thing about execute is because you've got read your spells and abilities, people. Because you've got Juggernaut and Massacre, so read those two. Juggernaut is the stacking buff as long as you execute every 8 seconds, and Massacre is because of your class ring. Crit executes give you free rampages. Look at this dude waving at me. I actually know this bloke. Oh Jesus. That's hilarious. You'll be going back and forth between the two, execute and rampage. But the short answer is you're only going to be executing probably 2 times between every rampage, because rampage is going to enrage you, and you only want to execute when you're enraged, basically. So execute rampage if you get a proc. Execute rampage when you get a proc. Same thing with Battlecry. Battlecry will give you full rage and give you Frothing Berserker, but you want to be enraged before you do it. So then execute rampage basically is the gist, yeah. So that's how you do it. That's what it's all about. I'll leave it there. If you want any questions, comments, concerns, tell me I'm doing it wrong. Don't waste your time. Yeah, that's it, guys. So cheers, and I'll have some kill videos soon, and I'll carry on with this shit. Yeah. So take it easy.